Kristine Leahy, and welcome to Raiders Talk of the Nation. As the Raiders continue their roller coaster season, Allegiant Stadium continues to bring some of the biggest names in the world to the venue. Tonight we hear from the stars who took over the pregame and halftime entertainment. Correspondent Sibley Scholes caught up with a movie star and Grammy Award winner who brought Southern hospitality to Vegas.
Okay, listen, my heart is racing, not just because of the energy drink I just had, but you just killed the stage here at Allegiant Stadium. How does it feel? You're not new to Vegas, you performed all over the world, but the energy here tonight.
The energy in Vegas is always unmatched to anywhere I go in the world because everybody is here for one purpose, and that's really to have a good time, obviously.
When you get that halftime experience, you've seen so many halftime shows, to do it with the Raiders, what is that emotion in the fans?
Listen, they're already hungover from last night, a lot of them, so we still partying, but the energy and the emotion is always unmatched. It feels good to be here. I'm having a good time, and like I said, hopefully this isn't the last time that I get to perform. The paint is still drying inside of this stadium. It's new, it feels great. I'm absolutely loving the experience.
Where are you going after this? You're a busy man. You had a lot of performances already in Vegas, but what's next?
I have performed, this is my 4th show in the last 3 days. That's why my voice sounds like this. So I'm going to relax after this. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna be able to chill. So that's where I'm going.
Lastly, when you perform, what song, like today, what song really stands out for the people? You got hit after hit, but which one really gets them going?
I mean, Move, Get Out the Way is always the energy favorite, but the crowd favorite, and then you have All I Do Is Win. So at sports games, that's become a staple as well. So you gotta love that.
Okay, I've been asking everyone to do this. You have to do it before you leave. Can you do a Raider chant with me? Raiders. I know you're from Atlanta, but you just performed.
The Atlanta Falcons will forgive me because we're here today. Raiders.
There.
I got the black on.
You didn't give me enough emphasis, but okay.
Somebody was about to come over here and start fighting me. We're gonna be okay though. Listen, Karma's World comes out October 15th. This upcoming Friday, Netflix worldwide. Make sure you check it out, please.
And how is the family?
Family is great. That's what Karma's World is all about. It's based off my oldest daughter, so I need y'all to check that out. Love, love, love.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, don't look at the toes. Don't look at the toes.
If that was the case, they wouldn't be out. They're pretty.
Coming up, we have so much more to get to, including a sit down with the magician of the century.
I realized that I want to inspire people. I want to show people that anything is possible, even when you're looking at impossible circumstances.
And a Raiders surprise for a local organization.
This community is always about the people, and just seeing the people here, how they interact with one another, and just getting them out into the workplace has been really cool. So you kind of get to see it from square one.
Raiders Talk of the Nation is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, official health partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Discover your inner champ at raiders.com/champ. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now, only at allegiant.com. And by Coors LIGHT, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill.
With a reputation that precedes him as the most influential magician of the modern era, Criss Angel continues to freak the minds of audiences during his Las Vegas residency. He did the same during a recent pregame stunt at Allegiant Stadium. I stopped by the theater at Planet Hollywood to pull the curtain back on the famous illusionist.
Hey, what's up? It's Criss Angel here at Planet Hollywood. I'm going to show you a couple of highlights as you come to see my show, MINDFREAK. This is an amazing display from a little girl named Avery who I met through Make-A-Wish. And we spent about 6 years together. She was in remission. Avery lost her battle. And although she's not here physically, there's not a day that I don't recall the times that I was so blessed to have with her. This lobby over here is really important. We take donations after every show. 100% of every cent goes to the fight against this horrible disease. You can see the kids from Cure for the Kids, including my son Johnny Christopher's handprints here. So this train here, New York City subway, that a lot of very famous people signed. You got Paul Stanley of Kiss. You got Flavor Flav of Public Enemy. If you come to Planet Hollywood, there's a lot of really cool things you can see and experience for free. You can check out Paul Stanley's painting, his interpretation of me. Check out the motorcycles. It's all chrome. This bike here is from OCC. when they used to have the TV show. It's actually featured in their book. Over here is the wall of awards. This award over here, which is from the International Brotherhood of Magicians, they presented me the honor of having the greatest magic show ever. So it doesn't get bigger than that, but I would say my greatest honor is this one right over here. This is from Make-A-Wish. It's called the Chris Gracious Award. It's their highest honor that they give for one's work during the course of a year on behalf of children. So I was really, really honored to receive that award. So really some interesting pictures right here. Siegfried and Roy, who are friends of mine, who are no longer with us, but made such a huge contribution to Las Vegas entertainment. But then the man himself, MD Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders. I had the pleasure of being invited with my family to go to the groundbreaking of the stadium. And this was a picture that Mark and I took. And I treasured it so much, I made it part of the wallpaper at the bar. So this bar is called the Evolution Bar because it's about my life and how it evolved and transformed into who I am today, all the way since I was a baby.
Up next, a surprise gift for a cherished local organization making a difference.
Our hearts are full of joy today because you get to see the reaction of all the people we serve and how excited they are that the Raiders came here and paid some attention to them, and they're over the moon.
And a Raiders first as Criss performs at Allegiant Stadium.
Escaping from a straitjacket while hanging upside down.
This segment of Raiders Talk of the Nation has been brought to you by Modelo, a taste that's pure gold, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
We're at Opportunity Village, just getting a chance to kind of see what they do here, see the different rooms. They were working on art in one room, got to serve them lunch, and just kind of hang out with the people who work here and the people that use this great facility, and it's been really, really a great experience.
This community is always about the people, and just seeing the people here, how they interact with one another, and just getting them out into the workplace has been really cool. So you kind of get to see it from square one, and then we got to see a whole bunch of different rooms where people are really growing while they're here at Opportunity Village.
The experience was really nice. I would love to come out in Vegas, get in the community, somehow meet some people, and this place couldn't have been the perfect start. Just to see what they're doing with these young adults, just teaching them doing artwork and just teaching them how to get in the community and get into the job force. So it was really cool to see, and I love what they're doing.
And our hearts are full of joy today because you get to see the reaction of all the people we serve and how excited they are that the Raiders came here and paid some attention to them, and they're over the moon. You know, Mark Davis likes to talk about the fact that they got to be winners on the field and off the field. Today was definitely an off-the-field win.
Criss Angel is no stranger to giving back to the community, often found supporting causes close to his heart and home. So your first, I think I read, you were 7 years old, and the first trick you saw, your first introduction to magic was from your aunt, right?
My Aunt Stella, yes. I was actually 6, and she did a card trick for me, and I was mesmerized, and it was so inspiring that I drove her crazy to teach me the secret, and never forget it. And I started performing that trick for my family and for my friends, and I did the same trick over and over and over again. At 7 years old, I had power because I was able to do something an adult didn't understand. And to me, that was intoxicating.
Interesting. It was that you could know something that they couldn't. Is that still kind of part of what motivates you?
I realized that I want to inspire people. I want to show people that anything is possible, even when you're looking at impossible circumstances. There's so many people that have a connection to me worldwide. It's because of my positive message. I'm not special. I'm just like everybody else. If you're willing to put the effort, the 10,000 hours in, as they say, and you want to put that sweat equity in, perseverance will always prevail. And it might not happen on your clock when you want it to happen, but eventually your dream will be fulfilled. I'm living proof of it, and I want to inspire people. I want to give people the ultimate form of escape. People come to Vegas to escape their reality, to escape COVID, to escape their problems. I want to give them in Las Vegas with MINDFREAK at Planet Hollywood the ultimate escape, and let them leave this theater realizing they can go out and conquer their dreams. They can conquer the world.
So you were doing these stunts in New York, trying to make a name for yourself. Eventually you wind up in Las Vegas. What made you come here?
A little television series called MINDFREAK.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so I was in New York. I live in New York. And right after 9/11, I opened up a show. And I was supposed to do a few weeks there. It ended up being 16 months. I did over 600 shows. And I got 2 television specials out of it. My manager came to me and said, I got great news and I got bad news. And he said, the great news is they saw what you're working on, and they want to order 28 episodes. The bad news is you got to come up with material for 28 episodes. And I was shooting it right here at Planet Hollywood. So I had to move my life. I had to do the show out here. I knew it was important to be in the entertainment capital of the year because my goal was not only to do the television series, but to get my own residency in Las Vegas. And so we were very methodical, thanks to Dave and myself for really plotting a course that we're able to bring to fruition.
How many shows do you think you've done in Las Vegas?
Oh, I've done over 6,000.
Over
easily,
6,000.
yeah.
I've actually never seen one of your shows in person.
Come.
I have to come now. You're
You're
gonna make me disappear?
I'll cut you in half.
Actually, can we make that deal? I would love to be cut in half.
Okay.
Like not for real, but
No, I
magic
only
style.
do it for real.
Okay. For people like myself who have never seen your show live, what should they expect?
Expect the unexpected.
Okay.
It's a show that's not a show, it's a concert. It's where you'll see me levitate like nobody's ever levitated before and fly around in a room that's completely lit, that's not in the dark, and you'll see me do stuff that you'll never forget. And I don't say that again boasting. I say that with a great sense of confidence because we all work so hard. It's a unique experience every night that I get to share with the audience and they get to share with me. So to me, I take that very seriously, especially after COVID, when people are coming to Vegas, I gotta deliver and deliver in spades.
Vegas has been the entertainment capital of the world for a very long time, but it is now bringing in a lot of sports teams. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great. You know, Dana White has done such a great job with the UFC in Las Vegas and bringing in a sport, boxing. Obviously, when I was a kid, I used to watch boxing live from Las Vegas. So to have the Raiders, such a prolific team that conjures up such a strong, powerful image, be part of Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, I think Mark Davis is a genius.
How did you meet Mark Davis?
You know, it was interesting. He was obviously going to be building the stadium, and we chatted on the phone. And, you know, getting to know him and spending time, he came to my theater when we were building it because he wanted to employ some of the technologies, the latest, greatest things, and we have that here. And so they came over and they did a lot of due diligence, and then they invited me to go to the stadium before they even broke ground and talked.
Were you giving them your thoughts then about a potential pregame stunt you could do? Like, hey, maybe up in the rafters, if you could just do this.
You want to know something?
I do.
We were talking about this before they even broke ground. Yeah, it was such an honor to be asked, to be thought of in that way. And I was just so flattered. I was like, no matter what it takes, we're in. I had to scramble last minute because the stadium doesn't have riggers that do 160 feet. That's a special type of tier license that you have to do that. We had to bring people and find people in Hollywood to bring them over here to do that. Then we didn't have a winch. There was no one that had a winch available. So we had to get another company. They got it done. And I came in there, I rehearsed it one time, and I was like, good to go. I didn't want to do it too many times because when I did a version of this in New York, in Times Square.
You hurt yourself.
Yeah, I ended up in the emergency.
Let me interrupt you quickly, because
Yeah.
you said 160 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that you had to do this all last minute,
Yeah.
scramble? I don't know that I would want to scramble and put myself up 160 feet in the air. That sounds really terrifying.
I don't do it as often, but for this cause, pediatric cancer, was something that I had to do this and be a part of and show people that we can accomplish anything even though it looks impossible. We can beat cancer.
Your kids are there watching, and that includes your son, which he has been diagnosed with leukemia. So At the end, Mark Davis made a donation to your personal charity.
Mr. Davis and the Raiders organization would like to give the Johnny Christopher Charitable Foundation $25,000 for your amazing mission. Unbelievable. Actually, you know what? This is such a good feeling, and I'm getting the wink from our owner here. They're going to double it to $50,000.
There's two things that I think are really cool. One is you take 100% of the money, not just the proceeds, and it goes all directly towards these kids, right?
I don't feel good about calling something a charity if I'm getting something for it. It has to cost you. And trust me, no matter how many dollars I put into paying for things or donating to charity or donating to my own charity or trying to help somebody out, the feeling that I get back for doing something like that is priceless. It is something that fills your heart, and you can't describe it into words, like how much it means, and especially when you see it affecting somebody and making their whole day. Like, it's just, what you get is so much greater than what you give.
Still ahead, why Criss says his biggest accomplishment has nothing to do with magic.
What matters is being happy and being a good person and being positive and creating memories.
And what he hopes the future brings.
To create the ultimate form of escape for families that are going through this, that don't have the means to escape their reality.
This segment of Raiders Talk of the Nation has been brought to you by Coors LIGHT, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. Raiders Talk of the Nation has been brought to you by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. And by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now, only at allegiant.com.
He's been named the Magician of the Century with millions of fans around the world and holds multiple world records. But despite all of his accomplishments, Criss Angel has found true magic with his family. What would you like to see in the next 5 years happen as part of your efforts with what you're doing for kids?
My son's dream was, because he was hooked up to a machine for his birthday, to ride his dirt bike. And so he wanted to ride it in the desert. So I scrambled to try to find a location. I ended up going to Moapa Valley, where it's a very big riding community in Logandale. People come from all over the place to ride the red sand, the white sand, the red rocks. It's an amazing place to do off-road vehicling. And so we did it. We camped for the first time, and the family loved it. My son loved it. And I said, wow, this would be such a great opportunity to create the ultimate form of escape for families that are going through this, that don't have the means to escape their reality. What if we could create an area where we could have campers set up? They can come out, spend 3 days, 2 nights, ride side-by-sides, eat. Everything's free. Everything's comp. So I bought 14 acres of land, just a little under. I bought a restaurant. I just opened up the restaurant this past year. It's called Kablip, Criss Angel's Breakfast, Lunch, and Pizza. And we're planning on doing a lot of things. We're planning on having parties there for Make-A-Wish of Southern Nevada, planning on doing different activities there. But ultimately, I'm planning on making an escape camp that can give these kids and these families the opportunity to make a difference in the immediate future, while, look for things that will actually try to, speed up a cure. But you need lots of money, because the pharmaceutical industry, it's not millions of dollars, it's billions of dollars. And even if I hold an event like I did a few years ago, raised $1 million in one night, it's not even a grain of sand on the beach. You need to raise hundreds of millions of dollars. So my ultimate goal is next year, I had this plan, it's called Celebrate Life, try to raise a bunch of money, try to get into studies that make sense, but you need to earmark that money so those studies don't use that money for administration costs,
right,
for salaries, and that's what we've done over the years. Look, the Johnny Christopher Children's Charitable Foundation is not going to cure pediatric cancer, but we want to be just one grain of sand that helps in the effort.
Have your kids taken any interest in magic?
Well, I made a little straitjacket for my son.
And you're the first parent I've ever heard say that.
Yeah, so
I made a straitjacket for my son.
Yeah, because he wanted to do it, and Daddy Jack was too big, so we started working on it a little bit. But you know what? I'm not going to push any of my children to do anything. As long as they're healthy and happy, then that's the only thing I can ask for. My dad, who passed away at 60 years old, always pushed, like, you know, live your dream, work hard, you know, which is really great things to do. But ultimately, after somebody who achieved beyond my wildest dreams, I realized that what matters is being happy and being a good person and being positive and creating memories for others to remember in a positive light. That is what success is. It's not how much money you have. I've seen people, and I won't say who, that are billionaires and multimillionaires, and they're miserable people. All the money in the world will not make them happy because they're not happy. They equate happiness to the wrong things.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Oh, I don't know. I'd leave that up to people to determine whether I'm somebody that's worthy of remembering or not. So I have 2 beautiful children, about to have a little girl in my life in December. My legacy really matters to my family. That's what matters to me.
That'll do it for this week's episode of Raiders Talk of the Nation. We want to thank Planet Hollywood for having us, and be sure to check out our exclusive content online at Raiders.com and subscribe to the Raiders official YouTube page for updates and more. I'm Kristine Leahy, and we'll see you next time.